today we celebrate their love. A love as classic and timeless as it is unique and evolving. A love so staggering and surreal it makes your head spin. I've known Nelson since he was a 15-year-old, devoid of tattoos and piercings. For a teenager, I thought he was pretty cool. He didn't mind that I was dating his older sister, which endeared him to me enough. Eventually, though, Nelson ended up living with me in Sierra, allowing our relationship to transcend past the filial into a lifelong friendship. He was integral in the rearing of our daughters, Helen and Lucy, regularly taking his turn watching them while we worked and I finished school. Together we survived the pandemic, making sun tea, building forts, and sheltering in place while the rest of the world struggled in isolation. Our little family thrived. But life happens, as it does. Personal tragedies struck, and our household suddenly dissolved into uncertainty. The ladies and I absconded to a rental, and Nelson was forced to move back across the mountains, back here to Moses Lake. But despite the big changes and the sadness of being separated from each other, Nelson was not alone. He had his Moses Lake family and friends. Enter Michelle. I met Michelle 3 years ago when she, Nelson, and the kids all came to visit us in our new house. My favorite thing about her then is still my favorite thing today, and that is the relationship that she has with her kids, Chance, Annabelle, and Riley. Her talent for balancing her role as matriarch with being a true friend and ally to her children is inspirational. I said it last night, and I'll say it again right now. You are an exceptional human being. Somehow, Nelson found the one person who perfectly encapsulates the best qualities of myself and his sister. She's kind, funny, sassy. She has more ink than all of us put together. She DJs, hosts karaoke, sings like an angel. My first name literally translates to her last. And most importantly, she knows how to cut loose when circumstances require. I am so happy to count Michelle among my favorite friends, and I'm eternally grateful to Nelson for introducing her into the family. To put it mildly, Nelson and Michelle have been friends for freaking ever. Before becoming romantically entangled, the pair engaged in a plethora of other platonic activities: dog walking, fishing, open mic nights, and hiking through the hills with Michelle's kids. They were friends first. And in my experience, when you're planning on spending the rest of your life with someone, it's nice to know ahead of time that you already get along. Seeing these two together is incredible. Nelson has never been this happy. Michelle brings out his noblest qualities. He stands here today not only as a devoted partner, but as a contributor in a family, a breadwinner, a confidant, and a doting father, a role model. The pride I feel for my brother exceeds the bounds of my vocabulary, and I'm just so damn proud of you, Nelson. I love you, bro, more than anything. Thank you for giving me the honor of officiating your wedding so we can all have a good cry together. Because of course, you gotta ask the person who probably is like the biggest crier in your family. We're gonna get through this. Before we get to the vows, I would like to impart a single piece of advice with the caveat that I do not possess any esoteric truths pertaining to marriage. The secrets of the universe, yeah, but they're useless as far as marriage is concerned. My advice is this: we are born into this world alone. We fight tooth and nail to stay alive, to stay safe, and to avoid the manifold suffering lurking behind every corner. And it's hard. So hard. But you have been fortunate enough to find each other in this mess. So do whatever you can to keep each other happy. Because life, it isn't just easier when shared with a homie, it's more fun. The pain and stress recedes, and you can focus on the important stuff, enjoying the little things, going on adventures, and just plain chilling out and relaxing with the fam. You guys are gonna piss each other off. Maybe it's already happened. But never forget, you are on the same team. You are in each other's corner, and life is better together, period. All right, Paps. Nelson, Michelle, are you ready to get down to the nitty and the gritty? All right. So, I think the way we're gonna do it, I'm gonna read some stuff, I'm gonna talk about the rings, and then you guys are gonna do your vows, and while you're doing the vows, you'll be putting the rings on each other's fingers. So, we'll start with Michelle. Michelle, do you take Nelson to be your lawfully wedded husband, to tolerate his BS and give him snuggles when he's feeling cuddly?
Every day.
Right answer. Nelson, do you take Michelle to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, to traipse with across the cosmos and twirl into the future, to love and cherish above all others, because she freaking deserves it?
Of course I do.
Damn straight. At this time, Nelson and Michelle will exchange vows and exchange rings. The Ring is a popular movie located in the Pacific Northwest based off a Japanese horror film. Ringing in the ears is a symptom of tinnitus. The wringing of one's hands is a common nervous tic, but that is ringing with a W. And there are already rings in Nelson and Michelle's noses. All right, let's do this.
Alright. Try to do this without crying more. Alright. After 14 years, I can't even look at you. Look what I do. After 14 years of friendship, countless dog walks, endless karaoke nights, I still never would have imagined us standing here together. You blew my life up in the best way imaginable, best way possible, which gave us the opportunity to build what we have from the ground up together as a family with our 3 amazing kids and all of you guys. I can't thank you enough for always loving me for me instead of who I should be or who I could be if I tried a little harder. There's never a question mark or a ... at the end of your I love yous.
Michelle, you know that I'm as casual and easygoing as they come. I'm not usually the type of person to make serious speeches about anything, but you. You are the most amazing, beautiful, loving creature I've ever encountered, even more than Rhino. And if it's not enough for me to declare some rehearsed bogey nonsense, I need to convey to you the serious depth of my dedication to you. I can't think of another person in the universe that I'd rather spend my life with. And not only do I get to spend my life with you, I get the privilege of watching Chance, Annabelle, and Riley grow up, take on the challenges of adulthood. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for all the love, for teaching me how to be a better man, and for the exciting future laying ahead. I love you. I love you, baby.
Oh, yes.
It
There we go.
is now my extreme honor and pleasure, by the power invested in me by the state of Washington as a legally ordained minister of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, to pronounce y'all husband and wife. You may now kiss and make out in front of your friends and family. Raw night.